The month of April is all about protecting children. It's National Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Yeah, and Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma went out to talk with SARC about some of the warning signs that adults need to be aware of.
This morning, I spoke with Jody Gerritsen, who is the executive director of SARC. SARC stands for Support and Advocacy Resource Center. She says that these are some telling signs if a child is being abused.
Some things to look for could be a child who is isolating, that doesn't normally behave that way. Maybe a child that isn't performing as well in school or is sleeping more or less than normal, maybe changes in eating behaviors. Of course, if you see bruising, something of that nature.
Gerritsen says these are some major red flags that people should be aware of.
Red flag could be if a child is not comfortable going and seeing someone that they used to, maybe it's a family friend or a family member, and they seem a little bit afraid. Children who are withdrawn, anything that's really kind of out of the ordinary with behavioral issues is really something that should be addressed with the child.
Gerritsen says it's vital that if you are aware or think a child has been abused, you need to speak up.
It's really important if you're concerned about a child, depending on your relationship with that child and how comfortable you are, you can certainly ask if everything is okay with the child, if there's something that they would like to share. Try to help them understand that you're there as a support person, you'll believe them, and they're not in trouble. If you're not very close and with a child, but other people that are, you might be able to talk to them on the child's behalf. And if you're just really not sure what to do, you can always call places like here at SARC.
Gerritsen tells me that the number of cases SARC of Tri-Cities serves a year may surprise some.
We serve approximately 200 kids each year who are under the age of 12 and approximately 100 kids who are in the teenage years. And what's important to keep in mind is that those are children whose families or themselves have reached out for help, but there's so many others that have not been connected to a resource. That's just a small percentage, and that's 300 kids that we see, so it's quite a large problem.
For all of April, SARC will be hosting different events in honor of spreading awareness, one being the Clothesline Project, where they have t-shirts that have been designed by survivors as a way to voice the impact the abuse has had on them. And those are in local Mid-Columbia libraries. And there's also an event on April 25th at Amistad Elementary in Kennewick from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to provide education and prevention information for parents and children.
Gerritsen also says that if you or someone you know is a survivor of abuse, SARC provides trained staffs and volunteers and counseling programs for free. They can also help connect families and children to other resources to make sure everyone gets the help they need. We have contact information on our website. In studio, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.